Okay, now we're going to look at a sort of a similar knee elevator, but it's a different configuration of your legs. It's a different guard position with different strengths to it. So Leo's in my guard, and here's what I do. Instead of getting my knee inside and pressing this arm this way, because sometimes if they're strong, they can start to work it free. And you know, you can get it sometimes with the wrist, but having a gi is also nice. If you have the sleeve to grab, you can really pull that tight. But the key there is always to draw it tight anyway. But at times you relax it as long as your knee is close to your chest, so that he doesn't feel like you're setting something up. You know, some things we do with our body language and with tension that let the person know what we're up to. So one of the trademarks of a really good guard is that you're almost eerily, suspiciously relaxed at certain things, so that you don't raise any alarms. You get him to kind of go ahead, and then he realizes too late that you actually had something that you were going to use to unbalance him or to inhibit his base. But here's what I'm going to do on this side. Instead of going inside like this, he's fighting and working, I'm going to take this wrist, I'm going to go over and inside like this. And now I'm securing the wrist here, okay? I'm inserting my foot under his armpit only because I have control of his arm. Otherwise here, that would be a big mistake because I'm just asking for an ankle lock or a heel hook. As long as you're controlling his wrist, his hand, and this ends up being a good control of his arm, all right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my hips out a little bit. And I can use this foot and kind of play with it a bit. He might post his leg, and I can kick that out. He pushes on my knee, and I grab this, and I'm just kind of working with different things here. In the meantime, this is just staying as it is, all right? And as he tries to pass, he pushes the knee and all that. As he comes through, once again, my knee stays here, and I can use this to push his weight that way as I hook his leg. And again, over we go. This time, though, I can either come up right away, or I can keep this in there. I got tight pretty fast. But even if it bends in, I can get my arm around his neck and then put my knee down and drive my hips and get down chest to chest, and it'll flex his arm and give him in the bicep crush. That's not really the main goal. The main goal is just to sweep him. However, that being the case, you can also do this. Let's say, okay, I'm here and I insert my foot. I've got to lock this. Here's what keeps this in place. My grip holds onto it, but he tries to pull it free. So what keeps him from pulling it free is that my forearm is braced against my own thigh and hip. So now when he tries to pull it, you feel like it's going right against my leg. You can't pull it free, as long as my grip holds. Now here again, if I had a sleeve to grab like a gi, that is also helpful, but it's not the only way to do it. You can grab the wrist a bit, all right? But as he's trying to pass, if I fail to get my knee under his belly, let's say he pushes it all the way through, and he comes down, come on forward, then I can triangle my legs, and I've got to keep this here, and then I reach through and grab his shoulder. Go ahead and go to side control. And now, let's see who taps first. Yeah. Okay, so now, I laid a trap for him to pass, so he's walking right into a bicep crush with my shin there, because I reached through that shoulder before I let go of the wrist, and then I'm here, and he's going to tap. In fact, some people yelp and yell out before they have a chance to tap. It's a pain compliance thing. And you want to go slowly, because you can snap his humerus. Did you have something, Scott?
Is there a kind of a weird Americana shoulder lock there?
Not really. Well, I'm going to say not really. Mainly because your leg configuration is bringing his arm out, not in. Okay. You know, it's not forcing his arm in. If there was a way to coil your leg the other way, yet to keep his body where it is, then maybe you might be able to do something like that. But as it happens, you're doing this. It's turning his arm outward.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you can't flex it inward. So yeah, you just kind of keep this as a control, so he can't use this arm to pass. You know you're not going to be passed on this side. He's not able to. And so you're leaving the gate open the other side. And here again, I might pop this free and get my knee close. And he comes through, yeah. And then I lock this leg and I can throw him over. Oh, here we are. Or I raise my hips up, I get underhook, and let his arm come out. And then just sit out. All I really wanted was side control out of the deal. The bicep crush is just an occasional bonus you might get. And then the other bicep crush is just letting him pass. And here, as he catches, I'll even shoot my leg through and go right there. All right, and he'll realize too late, you know, that once I've got this shoulder, he can't get his arm out. before I got the shoulder, he could straighten it and maybe bring it through. Yeah, then I've lost it, then I go back to guard. But if I'm here and I grab that shoulder, I'm forcing his arm to bend. He can't get it out. Go ahead and try it. Yeah, and then when I start to pull it in, that's it. Going back to the sweep, let's play a little bit and I'll show you what happens. So we're here. See, I'll kick out different aspects of the base and I'll keep him from getting over me. I'll kick that free. Here I'm freeing this up. You know? I mean, it could happen that at this point, I'll shoot my leg through and I'll go right through a triangle too. Because this is calling through and it's going under his arm. So you can play with that and you can unravel it quickly and sometimes lead to a finish like that as well. Realizing that you're gonna end up for a moment with his head and his arm inside your legs. So as you play with it, you'll find it actually connects to a lot of things.